Hi guys, Nico here, and today I'm going to show you how to use our multi-promo calculator to make a guaranteed risk-free profit on this afternoon's UFC. So BetEasy have this offer of $15 for all of these fighters to win, and we can lock in a profit by sequentially laying at Betfair. Now, one thing about the offer is that they don't say what the maximum stake is, so I'm going to assume that it's $50. It might be higher, it might be lower, but whatever it is, we can lock in a profit using the multi-promo calculator. So if you haven't used the calculator before, this is a good opportunity to get familiar with it. The first thing is that we've got a 4-leg multi, so I'm going to change this, and as I said, I'm going to assume a stake of $50. The odds for the multi are 15, and commission on UFC is 5%. Over in the bonus section, we don't have to do anything because there's no bonus involved here, it's just enhanced odds. So then we go down to the bottom part of the calculator, and we have to enter the lay odds for each of the fighters. Now, this is the last 4 fights of the day in today's UFC, and they're all back to back. We've got Matthews, Pedro, Hunt and Tuivasa. Because there's no overlap, we don't have to worry about anything there. We just have to enter in the lay odds for each of the 4 fighters. So 1.87, 1.23, 2.32 and 2.22. So I'm just going to put this in 1.87, 1.23, 2.32 and 2.22. So you can see that the true odds for this multi are 11.85. So the 15 that BetEasy are giving us, that's quite generous. And what we want to do is make it risk free. So the first thing we're going to do is follow the suggested lay on the first fight. So I'm going to put 52.63 as my lay stake. It's going to give me a liability of $45. If the fighter wins, we'll lose that at Betfair, but we'll move on to the next fight. If the fighter loses, we're going to make 52.63 minus our 5% commission, so we'll end up with $50 at Betfair, which cancels out the $50 loss at the bookie, and we break even. And in that situation, we don't have to do anything else. But if the fighter does win, we move on to the next leg, and again, following the suggested lay, we give ourselves a situation where we lose a little bit if he wins, but we break even if he loses. The third leg is just the same again, and then when we get to the 4th leg, we're using the lock-in method, so it's going to suggest a lay stake that is going to lock in a profit no matter what. So in this case, if I follow the suggested lay, I'll make $44 whether the fighter wins or loses. If you would prefer to gamble a little bit, and you think all of these 4 fighters are going to win, then you can go for the no loss method, and you'll see that decreases the suggested lay. And if we plug that in there, it gives us break even if the fighter loses, but $100 profit if he wins. So there's 2 good options with no risk but potential for profit. If you would rather guarantee a profit no matter what, maybe because you don't think all 4 of these fighters are going to win, or even the first 3 are going to win, then you can just increase your lay stake. So if I want to make about $5 profit if any of the fighters loses, then I just have to increase my lay by about $5. So you can see there, that would give me a $5 loss, a $5 profit if that fighter loses, and it's a risk-free $5. Again, with the other ones, I'm just going to increase it by about 5, and I've got $4 or $5 profit if any of them lose. And same on the last one, I can do this, $5 profit there, or 40 if they all win. Or if I would prefer to lock in, then again I just follow the lay stick. And that gives me $20 on either of these 2. If the last fighter wins or loses. So yeah, plenty of different ways that you can approach it, but all of them offer risk-free, guaranteed profit. So it's a good offer, and something to make the UFC a little bit more entertaining this afternoon. The one thing that you do have to watch out for is these odds moving. So at the moment we've still got 7 or 8 hours until the first fight. So it is possible that these odds could change, and if we imagine that, let's say this goes out to 1.4 and this goes out to 2.6, then that's going to change things quite a bit. You can see we end up with some negative numbers down here, and if I was to follow the actual weigh stakes, it gets a bit messy. So that there is some risk there, but with UFC, unless one of them presents with an injury, I don't see the odds moving too dramatically. But it is something to be aware of, and maybe you want to wait until later in the afternoon, closer to the start of the first fight, before placing the bets, and that way the odds are less likely to move on you. But yeah, there you go. It's a good offer, and as I said, if you're going to be watching the UFC today, take advantage of it. Alright, cheers guys.